Alizbat, the keeper of shadows. In the heart of a forgotten forest, there stood a decaying manor known to the villagers as Alizbat's refuge. Few dared approach it, for the tales surrounding its sole inhabitant were chilling enough to keep even the bravest at bay. Alizbat was said to be a woman of unnatural beauty and an even more unnatural past. Rumors whispered of her connection to the arcane, her piercing gray eyes rumored to see through souls, her slender frame draped always in shadows. Once every decade, Alizbat emerged from her manor. She would stand at the edge of the forest and call for a volunteer. The one who answered her summons would vanish, never to be seen again. No one knew what became of those chosen, but the villagers believed her sacrifices kept the surrounding land fertile and safe from calamity. As fearsome as Alizbat was, the villagers also revered her, treating her as both savior and specter. A call answered. The year 1893 marked her latest emergence. Beneath a full moon that bathed the forest in cold silver light, Alizbat's call echoed through the village. This time, it was young Elias who answered. Driven by equal parts curiosity and desperation, his mother's illness had grown dire, and he believed Alizbat held the knowledge to heal her. He made his way to the manor under the cloak of night. The grand doors groaned as he pushed them open, revealing a dimly lit foyer. Candles flickered with a peculiar green flame, and the air was heavy with the scent of decay. Elizbeth was waiting atop a grand staircase, her gaze fixed upon Elias. "You've come willingly," she said, her voice a melodic whisper that seemed to reverberate within his skull. "Do you know what it means to offer yourself to me?" Elias hesitated but nodded. "I seek your help. If I give you what you ask, will you save my mother?" A faint smile played on her lips, though her eyes remained unreadable. "Your sacrifice must be pure," she replied. "But your request intrigues me. Follow the House of Secrets." Elias followed Alizbat through winding corridors that seemed to shift and twist behind them. The walls were adorned with strange, pulsating symbols that seemed alive. At last, they reached a circular chamber at the heart of the manor. The room was dominated by a mirror, taller than any man and framed in obsidian. Its surface rippled like water, and shadows swirled within it. "This is the shadow glass," Alizbat explained. "It reveals truths hidden in darkness and secrets even the soul dares not whisper. To save your mother, you must confront what lies within." Without hesitation, Elias stepped toward the mirror. The surface parted like liquid, pulling him in. The Shadow Realm. Elias found himself in a realm of endless black, lit only by a faint, eerie glow. He was no longer alone. Shadows, shaped like people but featureless, surrounded him. They whispered his name, their voices a cacophony of despair and malice. One shadow stepped forward, its form coalescing into a twisted reflection of Elias himself. This doppelganger spoke with his voice but dripped with venom. "You are weak," it hissed, "a coward who hides behind noble intentions. You would sacrifice yourself not for love, but to soothe your own guilt." Elias recoiled, the truth in the words cutting deeper than any blade. "I came here to save my mother," he argued. "That is all." The shadow laughed, a hollow sound. "Lies. You came seeking absolution. If you wish to proceed, you must prove your worth." The testa path of jagged stones appeared before Elias, leading to a distant light. He began to walk, but with each step the shadows lashed at him, their whispers growing louder. They dredged up every fear, every regret, every selfish act he had buried deep within. When he faltered, Alizbat's voice echoed in the void. "The shadows feed on your doubt. Face them or they will consume you." Summoning every ounce of courage, Elias stood tall and shouted into the abyss. "I am flawed, but I will not falter. I will not be defined by my failures." The shadows recoiled, and the path solidified beneath him. At last, he reached the light. The truth revealed. Elias found himself back in the circular chamber, gasping for breath. Alizbat stood before him, the faintest trace of approval on her face.